You're like a circle that floats around me, keeping me safe and sound. And when I fall, you tied a rope to me. You're blessing me every day. I was down with an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings. But now I shine with your reflection on me. I'm getting back up on my feet. That you showed up was written in the palm. You are a statement, explode like a bomb. I get to push myself to victory. You make me winner. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You showed me how to spread my wings. Yes.
Hello. How are you? Sorry, I'm just looking through some other notes here. I got sidetracked. Thank you for joining me. Coffee talk, crazy hair. It's because I need to see my barber and I don't know what to do with this anymore. So I just do this. Oh, it's over here. Look at that. I thought that it was here by looking at myself in the mirror or in the lens. I was looking for something and now I'm sidetracked, and that's okay. My dogs are barking outside. Have you ever had that where you need to be focused, you need to be concentrating, maybe you're studying, maybe you're doing something that really needs your devoted attention, and there's lots of stuff going on outside? How do you stay focused? Sometimes it's hard, but you just have to work on the will. So welcome for anybody that does not know me. My name is Julie. I am the owner of Quantum Connections Incorporated, the head gal of Quantum Academy, and I am here to help you become better with greater awareness, more discovery of yourself, and studying. I am a huge advocate of studying. So today, first of all, it is 1/11, January 11th. So I am all about numbers and stuff like that. So I grabbed my Spirit Junkie deck and I just grabbed a card for all of us. And what popped up was, all that I need is coming to me in ways I could have never imagined. There you go. So keep that in mind. Today, I thought, I'll be very honest with you. I woke up this morning and I've just had kind of a meh day. We have ebb and we have flow in our life. And I wasn't feeling it. I've just been kind of down in the dumps. I've been just kind of like finding my mojo. And I love to study and read and stuff like that. So I was going through some of my prior notes. And I came across something that I had taken in a mastermind. And it was entitled, "Why Do Good People Fail?" And I thought, oh, this will be good to share today on Coffee Talk. So first of all, I strongly believe, and it's always been confirmed through what I study, is that we all have genius locked up inside of us. Every one of us. Now, genius doesn't mean, it could mean, but it doesn't necessarily mean your mind goes to Edison or Einstein, right? That is who I'm kind of talking about. You do have that same potential. The same energy went to and through them as it does to and through you. What it is tapping into your purpose, into that thing that just keeps you wondering, what the heck am I here for? What is this about? Maybe you've already tapped into your purpose. When I first heard this information and I started studying it through my mentor, it was like, I know what I'm supposed to do. It was part of my purpose. And you know what? I'm still walking into my purpose every day, because it's like, well, maybe it's not this. So I'm fine tuning it every day. But this is my purpose. My purpose is greater awareness, is higher consciousness, is sharing it with people who are looking and searching just as I was. So I urge you to continue to look and follow your intuition and follow where that voice leads you. And don't be scared. Just go for it. Just trust and go, which is really ironic because that's part of the 5 reasons why good people fail. These are the notes that I had taken. Because what happens? First of all, we all have purpose. And then when we find that purpose, some of us, what happens is we let our ego get in the way. And what I mean by ego is just simply that chatter, that inside chatter that just talks us out of great ideas. We, in the end, just think, ugh, oh, yeah, no. And then you let it go. That's ego. You know what, if we don't tap into our purpose this time around, it's my strong belief that you get to come around. The lesson hasn't been learned, so you get to learn it again. We might have not listened. We don't let go of, what our ego is telling us. We get off track. We just make poor choices. And then we find ourselves somewhere we're like, this was not my plan. This is not where I want to be. And I'll tell you right now, it's never too late. I was like past 50 when I decided I don't like where I'm really going. I don't like who I'm becoming. And then I started to listen, and then it took me off. So why do good people struggle? You see, look at someone and they're like just crazy talented to beyond belief. But they're just not cutting it, right? They have that DNA. We have the DNA. We can do anything we want to do. Why are some people who appear to have it all not tapping into that? So let me tell you a secret. First of all, it's not about genetics. It's not. As much as we like to think, oh, well, it's in the genes, my mom was smart, my dad was a lawyer, my grandfather was a doctor, and so what? One thing they had, and I'll guarantee you, is daily habits. So the best sports players and artists and businessmen and everybody you can imagine that is the master of their craft, I'll bet you they have really good habits because they exploit whatever talent they already have. So maybe if, say, I play the piano, maybe if every time I played the piano, it just took me to a place where I was happy and just on fire. That's that burn that we always talk about, right? That sense of fulfillment. And say I didn't listen to that. And then I just play the piano just for the hobby's sake. But the majority of my other time, I play solitaire on my computer and watch TV and, just go through life. Maybe I was supposed to be I have to go to my comment section here. Sorry, guys. An exceptional piano player or another Liberace or Elton John. Who knows? Who knows? But I didn't pursue it because I just let that thought and that passion die down. Or maybe I just talked myself out of really taking it seriously because, there's lots of piano players. I'm sure I'm just a electrician's wife. I'm just a manager. Stop being a justa. You're not a justa. There is something perfect in you, and I really urge you to find it. So anyway, studying in this mastermind, I'm going to touch on these notes. There was five reasons, primary reasons why talented people seem to fail. Now, number one is that their fear was larger than their faith. Makes sense? I talk about that all the time, right? So no one's going to believe in you until you believe in yourself. We know that too, right? But how do we believe in ourselves when we're walking in fear and we're talking ourselves out of stuff all the time? So scientifically, humans are hardwired for like a steady status, like known as homeostasis. Like we're wired to be comfortable. We're wired for our heart to beat 72 beats a minute and for our blood pressure to be whatever over whatever. Like we're wired for that. So whenever we start to think, I think I want to do something, and then you step out of your comfort zone, all of a sudden your freaking heart's pumping, you feel hot, your palms are sweaty, you're like, oh my God. Because you're stepping out of the comfort zone, because you're about to do something great, because maybe you're stepping into your purpose. But then our chatter starts in fear, and we're like, oh God, oh, I can't do this. No, 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 no. And you just back off and continue on like the rest of the world and the masses going a certain direction. So if you want to break free of that, you need to build a new neurological path in your brain, because everything, you think about it today, anything that you find easy to do right now was once hard, right? But you just chose to get good at it. So what's the difference if you want to choose to get good at becoming a multimillionaire? That's kind of a good habit to get into. Do the things that it takes to become a multimillionaire. Why not? Right? Don't watch so much TV. Get off your darn phone. Stop worrying about what people think of you. Because, I mean, you got to think about how you would think as a multimillionaire. Would you be on your phone constantly? Scrolling? Would you be listening to head bashing crap music? Would you be watching reruns of some sitcom? Would you be watching, pick on it, Yellowstone? I'm just saying to you, look at what the masses are doing. Do the opposite. If you want to become part of the 5%, which are successful and going places and stepping into their purpose and the grit, you need to do 95% of the time, you need to do what they are doing, right? Number 2 reason why good people fail, they blame their outside conditions rather than seeing an opportunity to grow themselves. Whoa, there's a good one. Every great leader, doesn't matter who you want to think about, once was broken. They were broken, but they didn't succumb to their failures, into their brokenness. They excelled because of it. They turned their pain into power. They didn't just roll over, right? They're like, well, that didn't work. And they go a different direction, right? I'm not going to get into all my notes I've got written down on that alone, but it's basically you get up when you get knocked down. And Rumi, the great philosopher, said, let your heart be broken over and over and over until it opens. Great leaders who are broken turn their misfortune into power rather than blame, because anybody can slip into the blame game. Again, that 95% of people are like, it's easy to find something to blame. Mother Teresa, did she have a blame game? Gandhi, Nelson Mandela, they never complained. They lived like horrible lives. Like if you think about the circumstances of their lives, Mandela was in freaking prison for like 25 or 27 years. Wow. So they always leveraged their pain into power, and then they got used to going different directions. Nowadays we call it pivot. They probably pivoted so many times they didn't have toes. I don't know, but they just kept going forward. So on a study level that I study, I know that spirit is always looking for expansion and greater awareness. Always looking for expansion and greater awareness. So learn how to be great in your own original way. And you're never just a. So if you are a massage therapist, get really good. Never stop learning. Get really good at your craft. If you're a coach, get really good at sharing and helping people excel and helping people know themselves and become successful. Get really good at it. There's thousands of coaches now. That doesn't bother me because I'm me. I know what I know. I know what I study. I will become the best me. I don't need to be them. Make sense? Number 3, why the good people fail is they get distracted. Oh my God, it's so easy to have shiny object syndrome nowadays, is it not? If you want to be and have what the 5% of the population have, you must do what the 95% are not. So look at the masses go the other way. Like I said before, don't check your phone and get on the bandwagon of what everybody else is doing unless you want what everybody else has got. That's a kind of an indication, right? If you want what a multimillionaire wants, I know I'm always resorting to money, but you know what? Money makes the world go around. Sorry, but it does. So if you're looking at somebody that's exceptionally wealthy and they're doing this and this and this and this, and you're like, man, I don't feel like doing that. I want to just do my thing. Well, then your thing is going to get your results. Make sense? Number 4, they have low confidence. So they might be great and talent oozing out of their pores, but if they don't have a good self-esteem and self-confidence, it's not going to work. Look at people like Bezos, Steve Jobs, Elon Musk. Like, they have confidence. They know what they know, and that's that. And to build confidence, you can get that through studying other people who has confidence. Repetition builds confidence. Get little wins, get a little bigger win, get a little bigger win. And once you get some wins under your belt, again, the brain, neural pathways, you're going to set yourself a stage of confidence. You're going to walk on that stage and you're not going to need someone else to tell you, hey, you got this, I got your back. You are going to say, I got this, I can do this. I'll tell you, the first time that I ever came out alive, because when I still think about it, oh my God, I'm here in a room talking to myself, I felt sick. I did. I felt nauseous. I probably, if I look back to one of my very first videos or lives, I probably stammered and looked at my notes feverishly and all those things. But you keep doing it. You keep doing it. You keep doing it. And pretty soon you gain a confidence. And someday I have no question that I could probably speak from stage in front of thousands of people. Do I want to? No. But could I? Yes, I know I could. I know I could if I had something strong enough in my belief that I thought other people should hear. I could definitely talk about it. So just be confident. Look at your life and say, over the past month, how many times have I gone forward? How many times have I gone backwards? Because if you've gone forward, and you can only go one or the other. There's no fence sitting. You've heard me say that a million times. You cannot just say, I'm not going to do nothing. That's going backwards. Evaluate how many times you've gone forward or backwards, because that has a lot to do with your confidence too. If you've had little tiny wins and a lot of them, you're probably gaining confidence. If you've kind of just, everything you've done has been like bam, 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 you're just getting beaten up, you're probably lacking on the confidence, and that is going to snowball, and that's a dangerous place to be. Number 5, I have written down, why good people fail. They just didn't stay in the game long enough. That's all. Once you find your purpose, that burn, that thing you really freaking love to do, your dream, your obsession, what it is you really love to do. I know someone who's just obsessed with fishing. I think you know who you are if you're watching. And I honestly believe that if they took that passion and just burnt it into a show or a fishing, like every time, because they're young, every time they're fishing, they did some kind of a show. Number 4 was they have low confidence. People who, good people who fail don't have good confidence. So back to this person, if they really catered into their obsession, that's one of many that this person has, they could probably find their real purpose, but they just do it for hobbies. They're passionately hobbyists, but they're not listening. I don't think. That's just my thoughts. And it's like, man, if they just kind of took it an extra step and thought, maybe I should take some videos and stick it out there on Snapchat or whatever they do, and then maybe a YouTube video, or make myself a YouTube channel for people to subscribe. Hey, gone fishing, whatever you want to call it. Who knows? Who knows? Because I think this person is not listening to some of their talents that are knocking on their door. So anyway, whatever that fire is for you, you have a fire in you. You do. You really, really do. It's not the same as mine. It's not the same as your husband's or your brother or your sister or your parents. It's not the same as your parents. A lot of people have heard that for the first time and they're going, what? But my dad was a welder and my dad's dad was a welder and, well, I gotta be a welder. No, you don't. You could be whatever you want. You can be an electrician or a plumber, or you could be an acrobat and just break that chain. I'm just saying, you be what you want. You are designed for something absolutely specific for you. It's coded in your DNA. And when you do touch on it, I'll tell you something. It's going to rattle something in you and it's going to get you out of that homeostatic state. And it's going to give you some sweaty palms. That's it. Ride that wave. If something makes you a little bit excited, take it further. Go a little further. Go a little further. Because I'll guarantee you there's something in that for you. So whatever the fire is in you, says don't give up on it, or the world will be less of a place for you not completing it. Wow. Okay. So grab your dream. Buckle up. Work on yourself. As long as you work on yourself and be the best you, that's all you can do. Be responsible for yourself. That's it. That's all. It was kind of a long live, 21 minutes. Thanks for joining me. I love these coffee chats. I kind of like the fact that I can just ramble on and be myself. So until next time, talk to you later, guys. Have an awesome day.